I love Lego Ninjago. I know that I don't talk about it on my channel at all, but it's one of my favorite shows, and I've been collecting sets for some time. Now, with Season 4 coming out soon, and me praying this comes out on time, I wanted to watch both parts of Season 3 for the first time and review it. During this video, I'll be building some sets I got for my birthday. So without further ado, let's begin.
Come, Dragonians! Let us crush them to their doom!
The Forbidden Five have some of my favorite characters, Kerr, Noct. But the way they were handled feels so bad. The way they were hyped up were making them seem like they were going to be the powerful main antagonists for the two parts of the season. But when it actually came out, they barely had any fights and screen time. Kerr literally only has one fight, if you can call it that, with Roy and with the group battle with the ninja. I know that the big bad was Thunderfang, but I thought they were going to at least do some stuff, and Part 2 wasn't any better. They just become mindless slaves to green, recolored Thunderfang. This really stinks, and I really wondered where the Wolf Clan, you know, the people that are the Forbidden Five's army, that never showed up again after Season 2. Yeah, them. The Forbidden Five were robbed, and I hate what happened to them. I really hope they could come back, but I know it'll never happen. Speaking of villains,
Source dragons, you will rue the day you rejected me!
Thunderfang is the main villain of both parts of Season 3, and he's a villain I really like pretty well. The reason for him being the Forbidden Five's master made sense, but why did he have to immediately betray them the second he got freed? It would have worked better if he did it in Part 2. He had no reason to do that at all. For Part 1, he does nothing because he's stuck in a cave and needs the prismatic blades to get free. But in the second season, he has no reason to patiently wait for stuff. Like, he has time, just go out and look menacing. At least once. I kind of thought he would do something in the second part. I know that he technically had a fight with the Archdragon of Focus, but it just felt weird for him to have one fight in Part 2. And to add something that should have been in the Forbidden Five section, the Part 2 fight should have been the Part 1 fight. I just feel like the Forbidden Five could have done so much in that fight, and taking them away was a waste. Also, they really needed fights. Well, time to talk about the last Season 3 villain, a furry.
Now, nothing will stand in my way.
Raz is one of, if not the best villain in Dragon's Rising so far. He was great in all the seasons so far, and I was excited about how he was going to be portrayed this season. Even though I had a lot of questions about how the hell he got the small prismatic blade, he was good in Part 1. Going from where we left off in Season 2, Part 2, Eren helped Raz escape from the Tournament of Sources, and they're currently trying to destroy the Forbidden Five. During the episodes they're in, I really like their dynamics with each other, with Raz wanting him to only focus on strength, while Eren still has compassion, which he generally dislikes. Also, the clips they have are hilarious sometimes. And since Part 1 ended with Sora joining them, I was interested in seeing where this was going. Part 2 is good, but I just have one issue. Raz, my buddy. What made you think that Eren would sacrifice his best friend that he knew when he was a child? I was thinking it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The more sensible thing I would think to do is make Raz try to sacrifice a random person. Then Sora would find out, and then both would be trying to do it / not do it. Eren would eventually side with Sora, and then the rest plays out like in canon. I feel like that's a good change, but other than that, he was great, and I can't wait to see what he does next in Season 4, Part 1.
I'm not a ninja! Why can't you all get that through your heads?
So, Jay has a ponytail now. Nice. Since the sets for Season 3 came out and I got my hands on the Dragonian Storm Village set, it took me exactly 1 minute to realize that Rogue was Jay. Since he had a new look, almost entirely covering his face, and had changed his face, I assumed he would have been an assassin for Ross. I was wrong. Very wrong. After the Tournament of Sources, Jay leads Ross's team and becomes Rogue, a mercenary getting stuff for people for money. I like this a lot, mostly because this really shows his selfish side. He isn't being forced to do it for Ross or anyone else. He's doing it for himself. I don't remember when was the last time he showed this part of himself. Early in the season, we see him go to Zeatrix, who gives him a job to capture Ross, which is what he does all season. At the end of the season, his identity gets revealed, which isn't surprising at all, and then he gets brought back to the monastery. He then says he knows where Eren's parents are, which sets up why he stays at the monastery for part 2. In part 2, he works for the ninja to get Aaron's parents back to the monastery. They go to the land of Lee, and when they find Aaron's parents and the spectral Dragonians attack, while the ninja try to protect the civilians, Rogue wants to immediately ditch this place. Only not doing so because the ninja want him, and they're his paycheck. After they escape and they go to the cave, Rogue decides to leave the team, given that he hasn't gotten his payment, and since he's getting put in life-threatening situations. Naya tries to make him stay by telling him he's a ninja, but that just makes him more agitated, and he leaves. He does come back to save Naya during the final fight, and he's now stuck with Kai and Naya in the murky monastery portal area. In my opinion, this is the best Jay's been in years, and I really want to see how they do his character in Season 4, Part 1, since he's trying to get his memories back. On to my least favorite character.
It's not fair.
Aaron is a character I never really liked. I've always liked more characters and pretty much had no love for him. I started liking him in the Tournament of Sources arc, and Season 3 did make me like him more. The first part of the season had him struggling to balance his kind nature with Rass's teachings about strength, but at the end of the season, he learns to balance them out. The conversation with Moro was very cool. Unfortunately, he couldn't talk to Lloyd even though he caused him and the team generational trauma. The flashback with Sora was great, and the only issue I had with him was his parents' fake death. It felt pretty obvious that they weren't dead, and it was just a way to get Aaron more entrenched in Rass's plans. Part 2, I don't really have any big notes about it. I somehow didn't make any notes about Aaron at all, being busy with the other characters, so all in all, he went from a character I used to hate to a character I like. So, let me talk about the plot of Season 3. Part 1 is another fetch quest where the ninja and the Forbidden Five race each other to get the 5 prismatic blades, the 5 trying to get them to free Thunderfang. And in Part 2, it's the ninja trying to free the Arc Dragon to stop Thunderfang. Part 1 felt the worst of the two with the plot, mainly because it was just a fetch quest. The places where the prismatic blades were hidden felt weird, and it just felt boring. Part 2 was much better for me, mainly because it wasn't a boring fetch quest and the final fight was pretty good. And that's my review of Season 3. I might do a review of Season 4 Part 1, but that's if this video does well. And with that, this is Mr. J, signing off.